in the client buying, selling cycle, you are the prize. All of you are the prize. The reason why is because the client has fewer options to do what you do than you have for sources of money. What they represent to you is money. What you represent to them is a highly honed skill or craft. Who should make more money? The person who takes the most risk or the person who has no risk? Answer, Benji?
Most.
The most risk. Peter Drucker said this, in business, all profit comes from risk. Be a mile deep and an inch wide. Most generalists are a mile wide and an inch deep. The generalist usually has a little bit of knowledge about a lot of things, but very little depth. This is one of the big unlocks that I learned that will make you a lot more money. Are you ready? Welcome everybody to Adobe MAX. I love doing live sessions here because I get to work with you. A lot of you might see me on a little screen. Those things I hate to do because I'm talking to myself most of the time. It's not very exciting. You know, everybody talks about creating safe space to learn. I like to say I like to create unsafe space because in the friction is where the real learning happens. It's the push and pull, the give and take between us that I think we get to some maybe more informed truth. I'm not saying absolute truth, but more informed. So the first thing I want to talk about is an idea that I learned from a business coach. It's called radical responsibility, or being 100% accountable for everything that happens in your life. Even things that are not your fault are your fault, because we have to make a decision. How do we get ourselves in that position or situation such that those things happen to us?
The past 3 years, I've been doing sort of a career change or getting more into a niche. And there's an agency in Miami. They're a very close friend of mine. We all love each other. But they sort of boxed me in who I used to be in.
Okay, I love this language. Hold on. Look, they boxed you in. You all right? You got boxed in. Yeah. The people in the back are feeling all the pain. It's like usually this group, there's a lot of pain and trauma happening over here. They boxed you in. Okay.
All right. And so
let's get right to it. What's the problem?
We're working on a project right now, and we've worked on similar projects such as this before. And they know my capabilities. They know I can bring more to the project, but they're limiting me at first initial phase at the project with very little context that I'm used to getting in these type of situations with them, and no talk of financials. So it's also like,
okay, this is great. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's getting boxed in. Everybody heard that part? There's no context and no financials, right? Okay. That means they don't talk money. So it's like expecting work to be done and there's no discussion of money. Is that fair?
Homies.
So when your friend, are they really your friend?
Yes.
They care about your well-being?
Yeah.
They want you to do well?
Yes.
There's a lot of pauses between those yeses.
Not at their expense, as in...
Well, that's not a friend. I mean, because if I'm sitting at home, I got nothing to do, but I got to pick you up at the airport, and you're like, hey, bro, can you pick me up? I'm like, not at my expense. Am I a friend?
No.
So It's not even at their expense, it's at their expense.
But this is business.
Why is there... Okay, this is good. You guys are feeling the pain here? There's a difference between friendship and business. So you guys do all kinds of things as friends. We're good. They give you the shirt on their back. They pick you up at the airport. They take care of their fair share of the bill. They clean up after themselves. They'll put away the dishes, Andres.
I stay over and watch the dog.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're in business. Are you acting like business people now or like friends?
Business people.
So Julian says, when we're friends, we're friends. And we're in business, we're business. But he just described a whole scenario where we're business, but he's like, for the sake of the friendship. He's the one blurring the lines, right? It's not business and pleasure, but it's business and friendship. And we have to learn, if we don't have healthy boundaries working with our friends, then what should we do?
Not work with them.
Not work with friends or figure out how to talk about it. There's something that Blair N says that he referred to someone else who said it, but I can't quote the original person. He says, in the client buying, selling cycle, you are the prize. All of you are the prize. Do you believe you are the prize? Yes? You believe that? Yes, you are the prize. The reason why is because the client has fewer options to do what you do than you have for sources of money. What they represent to you is money. What you represent to them is a highly honed skill or craft. Like there are a lot of illustrators here. Throw a rock, hit one. There's a lot of photographers here. Throw a rock in this booth and you hit one. But the way that you frame it, the way you see it, the way you tell your story, your humanity, your compassion, what you bring to it is uniquely you. They can get something similar, but they can't get you. If you believe what I believe, you're a 1 in 8 billion. Those are good odds. But they're just another person with money. Okay, you are the prize. Now, if you feel that, if this is the result you want is make more money, and this is the action that you take, you set your boundaries, What's the new story you tell yourself now? Fenji?
That my work is good and
Okay, I love that. Stop there. My work is good. I've noticed now twice that Fenji has used the word work. Can we switch the word work with something else? What is good?
I'm good.
I am good. So for some reason, Fenji keeps using the word work, separating herself, but I am good. Right?
Yeah, I have value.
Yes, I am good. Is it uncomfortable for you to say that? It is.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah.
How does it make you feel?
A little tender.
It does.
Yeah.
You are good.
Thank you.
You are valuable. Do you believe that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, great. If we go with the result that we want, and we go to the action that we need to take to get the result that we want, the action will change our belief system, which then will reinforce this part. And now we're going to make the money that we want. And we don't have to go broke. And we can help our friends. And we have free time. And we can go on a vacation. This is why it's called the mind reset. So you can do this for yourself, everybody. Just write BAR. You're going to raise the bar. You're going to change the bar, whatever it is. You're going to write your current belief, the action that you take, and the result that you get. We take a pause. Then you go back to it and you say, well, what is the result I'd like to have, the life I want to live, and then what's the action I have to take? The reason why I think this is so effective is because what people try to do is ask you to change your belief, which is what I initially tried to do with Julian. Like, stop doing that. He's like, bro, 3 years, man. It's not going to happen. But if we fast forward to the result that he wants, it's much easier for us to create a roadmap to help ourselves.
For both personal and business, to go the green route, where would you start? The result, the action, or the belief to repair the process?
You start with the result you want. We always start with the result. We set our sights into the future. Some people would call this a desired future state, a DFS, desired future state. Have you guys heard of that term before? A desired future state? Does it make sense? Yes. What it means? There's a current state, like one where my friendship feels like they're taking advantage of me. I'm feeling resentful. I'm not making any money. I'm questioning my life decisions. I'm proving my parents right about making bad decisions in my life. Whew. Okay? And then you go, that's my current situation. What is the desired future state? Well, I'm working less. I'm making more money. I'm working with good people who value me, who pay what I want. Actually, they're even more generous. They pay me more than what I want so I can have a vacation, so I can save up money for my kids' tuition. Start with the result. Think about the desired future state.
Follow-up question.
Yes.
Is this more effective to do with another person or other people, or is this an exercise we should do by ourselves?
Yes.
Yes.
The answer is yes.
Thank you.
Try it on yourself. Does anybody feel like they couldn't do this by themselves, for themselves? It's not complicated, right? Okay, there's a general rule, okay? When we're unclear in our thinking, we use lots of words. I think it's called word salad. Have you heard that? Yes? You know, think about a salad, you toss things around and like, what did we eat? I don't know, iceberg lettuce, zero nutritional value. People get nervous, they speak a lot. When you're nervous, you speak a lot. When you have the mic and the camera on your face, you will speak a lot. So my encouragement to all of you is say it simple, or keep it simple, stupid, KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. You use too many words because words sound nice, but you're not actually precise in the words that you choose. You're not at that level yet. So just pretend you're talking to a 5-year-old. I don't even say 5th grader. 5-year-old needs to understand it. And then what you have to do is you have to reduce the meaning of life and your complicated thinking into something simple. So what you can do is later today, we're going to go all deep in AI. We'll teach you how to say it in the most complicated way and have AI coach you how to say it simply. You can use ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity to help you learn how to speak more simply. Communication is what they call a durable skill. It's a transferable skill of the 21st century. Those that know how to communicate will be leaders. They'll charge more. They'll be sought after. And especially in this world now where almost everybody can be replaced by some form of AI, we need to learn to be better thinkers, critically thinking, and to articulate or communicate our ideas. Yes? With our children, with our spouse, with our parents, with strangers, with clients. It's a valuable skill to learn. You can use AI to help coach you. Have you guys ever built a house before? Like either watched one or put the hammer to the nail? The most important thing they always say is what? Get the Foundation, right. So the foundation of your house will look like this. Now I'm going to draw kind of like a child's version of a house. Right? Something like that. Okay. If the foundation is not level, you got problems. If it's not square or plumb, you got problems because all the walls build off that foundation. So your foundation is like your core skill. A lot of times we will tie it to our identity. Yours is the graphic designer. Does everybody know what their core identity is? It's usually what you tell people what you do. I practice that a lot. Okay. It's what Malcolm Gladwell would describe it. You put your 10,000 hours of practice into deliberate focused work, right? So how many people are really niched down? Okay. The more niched you are, the more repetitions you get doing the same problem. How many people are serial killers here? Slashers? I'm a photographer / model / artist. You're a serial killer then on the slasher films, yes? That's the problem, okay? Now you've heard this before. Undoubtedly, you've heard this, right? Be a mile deep and an inch wide. Most generalists are a mile wide and an inch deep. What is their confidence level? I don't know. The generalist usually has a little bit of knowledge about a lot of things, but very little depth. Where's your confidence coming from, generalists? God. No, I don't know. I don't know. Where does it come from? I'll hit you and them. All right? Yeah? Where does your confidence come from? You got it? Okay, hand her the mic. Right there, right behind you. What is your name?
Anna.
Come on up. I just need to be sure if I'm going to get fired.
I'm a generalist.
You're a generalist? What do you generally do?
Brand.
Brand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you confident?
Yeah.
Where does your confidence come from then?
The ability to bring those deep people together to do the right things.
Okay, this is excellent.
Yeah.
Anna gave me the one answer I can accept. She hires people.
That's right.
Right? She a boss. So if you hashtag, boss lady, it works. It really does. Generally speaking, CEO executives are generalists. They need to know a little bit about a lot of things because they put teams together. So they know enough just to be dangerous, and then they pull in the expert. But they need to know just enough to separate the good people from the BSers. That's all you need to know. Have you ever been in a project where you paid for the project? I have. And I think I'm pretty smart. We have literally spent more money than what we got. So I bought the project. Yeah. If you ever do music videos, you pay for the project. So, all those music videos that you might see on our demo reel, you're like, lost money. The reason why it's really risky here is because if you don't know what you're doing, you bid a project and you don't define the scope clearly, the client's like, hey, you didn't say I couldn't do that. Guess what now? You're doing it. They have more lawyers than you. They have more power than you. You're going to do the work. And then you have to say, oh my God, next time I have to fix that problem. Make sense? Okay. Not to scare you away from this. Now, the reason why I point these two things out, the buyer and the seller, whoever takes the risk, who should make more money? The person who takes the most risk or the person who has no risk? Answer, Benji?
Most.
The most risk. So Peter Drucker said this, in business, all profit comes from risk. Does everybody understand that? In business, all profit comes from risk. If you invest in the stock market, the one that has the biggest payout is what? Tech companies, crypto companies, pretty much scams. They make the most amount of money because going in, I might lose all of my money. That's why they say don't buy stocks with money you can't afford to lose. We're looking for big ROI. If we didn't, we would buy like a government-backed bond or something like that. We understand that? Because it's not risky at all. This will help you out a lot because when you're talking to your clients and they ask you for what? A guarantee, what are they saying to you? When they ask for a guarantee, what are they saying to you? On the topic of risk. You want to say it? 100%. They don't want any risk. Therefore, what does that mean to you? No, give her the mic, please. She's got all the ideas. Sandra?
You're assuming all the risk.
Therefore,
you have the greatest to either earn or fall out.
So what should I do? If I'm taking all the risks, what should I do?
Calculate it as best.
You know what he's doing with his thumb?
Up the price.
Jack the price up. Okay? If you have total auto collision insurance, if you have total home protection versus, at fault, you're paying more. If you have total health insurance, whatever it is, complete coverage, you got to charge a lot more. So I get this question a lot. Chris, I can't guarantee results. I can't do this. I'm like, what if they ask for a guarantee? I'm like, happy to give you a guarantee. Really happy to. It's just going to cost 4 times as much. Oh, I don't really want a guarantee like that. I see. You get out of it because now you understand the risk part. I'm trying to build a foundation of like economic financial knowledge for you. Does everybody understand so far? Okay. I promise you this. If you understand this and you execute on this, you'll make more money than anything you attend today.